Hello, I'm going to go over some San Diego Zoo wildlife cards. There's a lot of them with pictures and stuff. There's 3 chromium cards that's really hard to visualize. So maybe I can get the perfect angle for you. They're kind of like ghost wares from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Meet the incredible Komodo dragon, Varanus komodoensis. These ferocious creatures thrive on carrion, but don't be fooled. They also hunt down deer and pigs with precision and power. During feeding, the biggest dragons rule the roost, keeping the smaller ones in line with powerful sideways sweeps of their massive tails. Only after these giants have had their fill do the younger ones get their chance to feast. Komodo dragons are the largest living lizards on Earth. An adult male can grow to a massive 10 feet and tip the scales at an astonishing 300 pounds. Bald eagle, Haliaeetus leucocephalus. Bald eagles build their nests in tree forks or on the edges of cliffs. A pair often returns to the same nest each year, adding a little more to it each time. Both the male and the female take turns sitting on their nest and caring for their chicks. A bald eagle's nest can measure as much as 8 or 9 feet across and 12 feet deep. A hunting cheetah stalks its prey carefully before beginning the chase. Exposed claws on the cat's paws provide traction as it pursues its prey. To kill its victim, the cheetah trips the animal and strangles it by biting the throat. The black markings, called tear lines, around a cheetah's eyes may absorb some of the sun's glare, giving this predator even better vision. Golden monkey, Rhinopithecus roxellanae. These monkeys live in the same cold forests in China as giant pandas. To keep warm, they hug, snuggling face to face with their long tails wrapped around each other. Their eerie, wailing call sounds like a baby crying. Golden monkeys are sometimes mistaken for the mythical hairy wild man, a creature similar to the Yeti and Bigfoot. Proboscis monkey, Nasalis larvatus. Proboscis means nose, a fitting name for this monkey. A male's nose grows larger and more bulbous as he ages. The large nose acts as a resonating chamber for the loud honk they use to communicate. Females honk too, but they produce a much softer sound. Unlike many other monkeys, proboscis monkeys are excellent swimmers. Lion-tailed macaque, Macaca silenus. These primates have a tuft of hair on their tails, just like lions. Like most monkeys, macaques groom each other as a friendly gesture. With nimble fingers, they pick out bits of leaves, dead skin, and dirt from one another's fur. The destruction of their forest homes has made lion-tailed macaques one of the most endangered mammals in the world. Francoise languor, Presbytis francoisi. The languor can't wrap its tail around branches. Instead, its long, stiff tail provides balance as it climbs from limb to limb. Baby langurs are born with bright orange fur, and all the adults in a langur troop take turns holding and caring for them. Langurs have a special sac in their stomachs that helps them digest leaves that most other monkeys can't eat. Slow loris, Nycticebus kukang. This small primate's name reflects the way it travels through the trees, slowly, moving only one hand or foot at a time. Its smooth, deliberate motion makes it hard to spot among the dense plants in its habitat. When frightened, a slow loris freezes rather than flees, staying motionless for hours as long as the danger remains. Asian lion, Panthera leo persica. Lions are the only cats that live in groups, called prides. Ancient cave paintings show that prides of lions once roamed Europe. Today, human pressures have pushed the last 200 or so Asian lions from the grasslands into the protected Gir forest of western India. A male lion's thick mane protects his neck and throat during fights with other males for ownership of a pride. Behold the elusive snow leopard, Panthera uncia, a ghost of the Himalayan mountains. In the highest, most rugged terrains where few dare to venture, the snow leopard makes its home. With each step, its thick fur-covered paws grip the icy ground, providing traction and warmth, perfectly adapted for survival in this harsh environment. That long, bushy tail, it's not just for show. It acts as a counterbalance, helping the snow leopard move gracefully along narrow, rocky ledges, a necessity in a world where a single misstep could be fatal. But don't be fooled by its careful, calculated movements. This big cat is an athlete. Agile and powerful, it's a master rock climber capable of leaping incredible distances. That a leaping snow leopard can cover a distance of 50 feet, that's 15 meters, in just one jump. In the world of the snow leopard, every move is a marvel of nature's design, every leap a testament to its strength and grace. Indian rhinoceros, Rhinoceros unicornis. Thick folds of skin give this living tank an armor-plated look. It's the largest of all rhinos, weighing up to 8,000 pounds, 3,636 kilograms. Its small horn isn't much of a defense. Instead, it uses tusks on its lower jaw to inflict injuries when fighting off predators. Male rhinos mark their territorial boundaries with piles of dung. Przewalski's wild horse. Equus przewalski. Never domesticated by humans, these are the only true wild horses. Large herds once roamed the steppes of Mongolia and China. Today they are extinct in the wild, but more than 1,200 of these wild horses now thrive in zoos around the world. Przewalski's horse has a stiff, short mane, unlike domesticated horses, which typically have long, flowing manes. The lesser panda, or Ailurus fulgens. Despite its name, this delightful animal is actually more closely related to raccoons than giant pandas. Lesser pandas make their home in the cool forests and bamboo thickets of China. By day, they sleep in the trees, curled up like a cozy dog with their ringed tail draped over their head. A mother lesser panda is quite resourceful. She keeps multiple nests and regularly moves her babies from one spot to another throughout the day, ensuring they stay safe and comfortable. Meet the Bactrian camel, known scientifically as Camelus bactrianus. Unlike popular belief, it's not water that fills the camel's humps, but fat. This fat serves as an energy reserve, allowing the camel to go without food for extended periods. When well fed, the camel's humps stand tall and firm, but as it uses up its fat stores, the humps begin to droop. The Bactrian camel's incredibly long lashes are designed to protect its eyes from blowing sand and the harsh glare of the sun, keeping them clear and safe. Introducing the sloth bear, or Molursus ursinus. This unique bear is specially adapted for a diet of insects. With sharp claws, it tears into rotting logs, while its long tongue quickly licks up the tasty bugs inside. Sloth bears are distinctive for missing their two front top teeth, or incisors, which allows them to slurp their snacks through the gap. Unlike many other bears, a male sloth bear actively helps care for his young. In fact, he'll even let his cubs ride on his back. Meet the Kamchatkan snow sheep, or Ovis nivicola. These resilient animals live in herds composed of both males and females. They have special glands in their feet and just in front of their eyes that release a musky secretion. This scent serves as a signal to other snow sheep and helps mark their territory. Snow sheep are known for grazing near steep cliffs. When danger approaches, they retreat to the safety of the rocky slopes where predators can't easily follow them. Introducing the Sichuan takin, or Budorcas taxicolor tibetana. This unique animal is well adapted to its cold, mountainous habitat. Its bulbous snout plays a crucial role, warming the air before it reaches the takin's lungs, helping it thrive in harsh climates. The takin's swept-back horns are perfectly designed to navigate through dense thickets without getting snagged in the brush. There's a fascinating legend connecting the takin's golden coat. Some believe it inspired the ancient myth of the Golden Fleece. Meet the Chinese monal, or Lophophorus luisi. These striking pheasants have always been a rare sight in the mountains of China. Unfortunately, traps set by local peasants have further diminished their already small population. Distinguishing between male and female monals is quite easy. The male sports vibrant colors to attract a mate, while the female's drab feathers provide excellent camouflage as she nests. Meet the Micronesian kingfisher, or Halcyon cinnamomina. Unlike many kingfishers, this one prefers insects and small reptiles over fish. It perches quietly on a tree branch, patiently waiting for its next meal to come into view. The kingfisher's thick bill is an excellent tool for feeding. It uses its strong beak to pound and mash its prey against a branch, making it easier to eat. Introducing the griffon vulture, or Gyps fulvus. This scavenger's bald head is a clever adaptation for its feeding habits. When it sticks its head inside a carcass, blood and meat can cling to its scalp. With no feathers to get in the way, the debris dries and flakes off in the sun. Griffon vultures often eat so much that they become too heavy to fly. If danger approaches, they'll regurgitate their meal to lighten their load, allowing them to take off and escape. Meet the Indian python, or Python molurus molurus. This formidable snake captures its prey by wrapping its body around it and constricting its muscles. Each time the prey exhales, the python tightens its grip, eventually causing the animal to suffocate. One remarkable Indian python was recorded consuming a full-grown leopard. It took over a month for the snake to fully digest such a massive meal. The king cobra, or Ophiophagus hanna. Unique among snakes, king cobras build nests for their eggs. The female starts by gathering a pile of leaves, grasses, and soil. After laying her eggs on this mound, she covers them with more debris and remains on the nest until her young hatch. King cobras hold the title for the longest venomous snakes in the world, with some individuals growing up to 18 feet. Meet the false gharial, or Tomistoma schlegeli. Like other crocodiles, false gharials have evolved unique adaptations for hunting. Their eyes and nostrils are positioned high on their head, allowing them to keep watch for prey while the rest of their body remains submerged. A special flap of skin in their throat prevents water from entering their lungs while they feed underwater. The false gharial's slender snout enables a swift sideways snap, perfect for catching fish with precision. Introducing the lowland gorilla, or gorilla. While cartoons often show gorillas eating bananas, their real diet in the wild consists mainly of leaves, shoots, and stems from plants. A gorilla troop spends much of the day foraging and moving through the forest. Gorillas are the largest of all primates. Despite their imposing appearance, they are gentle and shy, preferring to avoid conflict whenever possible. Each night, gorillas create a cozy sleeping nest from leaves either on the ground or among tree branches to rest comfortably. Meet the pygmy chimpanzee, or Pan-Paniscus. Despite their name, pygmy chimps are actually about the same size as common chimpanzees. Also known as bonobos, these apes live in large extended family groups. Bonobos are incredibly intelligent and resourceful. They use tools to gather food, such as poking twigs into anthills to catch insects and throwing sticks to knock fruit out of trees. The drill, or Papio leucophaeus. Drills travel in troops through rainforests, foraging for fruits, nuts, plants, and small animals. Unfortunately, habitat destruction and hunting have made this monkey highly endangered. The color of a drill's seat pads brightens when it's excited. These purplish pads may help the troop keep track of each other as they navigate through the dense forest. Meet the cheetah, or Acinonyx jubatus, the fastest land mammal on Earth. Cheetahs can reach speeds of up to 70 miles per hour, but only for short bursts. The incredible energy they expend during these high-speed chases means they need to rest before eating their prey. During this recovery time, lions and hyenas often take advantage and steal the cheetah's meal. Unlike other big cats, cheetahs can't roar. Instead, they communicate with a variety of sounds, including barks, chirps, and purrs. Meet the serval, or Felis serval, a medium-sized cat with impressive adaptations for life on the savanna. Most active at night, servals use their long legs to peer over tall grasses. Their exceptional hearing allows them to detect even the faint sounds of rodents burrowing underground. When hunting, a serval will often freeze and listen intently before digging up its prey. Servals are incredibly agile and can leap up to 10 feet or 3 meters into the air to catch birds. Introducing the spotted hyena, or Crocuta crocuta. Despite their dog-like appearance, hyenas are actually more closely related to cats. Known for their scavenging habits, they often feed on the remains of other animals' kills. However, they are also skilled hunters and catch a significant portion of their own food. Spotted hyenas possess incredibly powerful jaws, capable of crushing bones with ease. Meet the Damara zebra, or Equus burchelli antiquorum. While those iconic stripes might not be very effective at hiding zebras from predators, lions often catch and eat them. Some scientists believe that the stripes help zebras stay together as a herd. Research shows that zebras are drawn to anything with stripes, even specially painted walls. In times of drought, zebras use their keen sense of smell to locate underground water sources, digging holes to access the precious moisture. Introducing the giraffe, or Giraffa camelopardalis. An adult giraffe stands about 12 to 15 feet tall from hooves to horns, so most people could walk right under its belly without bending over. When a female giraffe gives birth, she does so while standing up, and the calf drops about 6 feet to the ground, arriving head first. A giraffe's impressive 18-inch-long black tongue is perfect for plucking leaves from thorny acacia branches. Meet the pygmy hippopotamus, Coropsis liberiensis. Weighing in at around 400 pounds, this hippo is 10 times lighter than its river-dwelling relatives. But size isn't the only difference. Pygmy hippos spend much less time in the water compared to their larger cousins. There was once a belief that pygmy hippos could sweat blood. What people were actually seeing were oil droplets that reflected the reddish-brown color of the hippo's skin. The gemsbok, or Oryx gazella. This antelope thrives on dry plains and has adapted to survive on the moisture from bulbs, wild melons, and cucumbers when water is scarce. The black stripes under their eyes may help absorb sunlight, improving their vision. To defend itself, a gemsbok lowers its head, positioning the sharp tips of its horns outward for protection. Meet the dik-dik, or Madokwa. These tiny antelope weigh between 6 to 13 pounds, or 3 to 6 kilograms. A sticky fluid from a small gland in front of their eyes helps them mark their territory by rubbing it on plant stems. Their large nose also plays a crucial role in cooling their blood as they breathe, preventing overheating. The name dik-dik comes from the distinctive sound these antelope make when they're startled. The Red River hog, or Potamochoerus porcus. These distinctive hogs use their short tusks to mark trees along their regular paths. By day, they rest in cool underground burrows, emerging at night to forage for berries, fruit, and eggs. A group of Red River hogs is known as a sounder. Meet the East African crowned crane, or Balearica regulorum gibberriceps. These elegant birds use a unique hunting technique. They stamp their feet to scare insects into the open, making it easier to catch and eat them. With their long legs, crowned cranes perform stunning displays, leaping, flapping, and trumpeting to attract mates. In some parts of Africa, crowned cranes are even tamed. Their appetite for insects makes them a natural form of pest control. The porcupine, or hystrix. Contrary to popular belief, porcupines can't shoot their quills. Instead, these thick, hardened hairs come loose easily when a porcupine is threatened. When frightened, a porcupine will stamp its feet, raise its quills, and turn its back towards the danger. As with all rodents, a porcupine's incisors, or front teeth, continuously grow. Gnawing helps keep these teeth worn down and at a manageable length. Meet the dwarf mongoose, or Helogale parvula. This small-sized mongoose is perfectly suited to squeeze into tight crevices and hide among gnarled tree roots. Groups of 10 to 12 dwarf mongooses often take shelter in termite mounds, where they spend much of their day foraging for insects, eggs, and fruit. While the group forages, a designated sentry stands watch. If it detects any danger, it warns the rest of the group with a sharp, shrill cry. Introducing the ostrich, or Struthio camelus. Despite its impressive size, this big bird has a brain the size of a walnut. However, its strong legs can propel it to a top speed of 30 miles per hour. When threatened, an ostrich uses powerful kicks to defend itself, and there have been reports of ostriches killing lions with their kicks. Each foot has 2 sharp toes that enhance its defense. An ostrich egg is enormous. It would take the contents of 24 chicken eggs. Meet the secretary bird, or Sagittarius serpentarius. Ever notice someone with a pencil stuck behind their ear? Long ago, secretaries carried pen quills in a similar way. The black-tipped feathers at the back of this bird of prey's head resembled those quills, leading to its unique name. The secretary bird has a distinctive hunting technique. It kills snakes by stamping on them with its short, stubby feet. The marabou stork, or Leptoptilos cruminiferus. This large stork consumes about 1.5 pounds of food each day and is both a scavenger and a hunter. Marabou storks are drawn to grass fires where they follow the blaze, feeding on animals that are trying to escape. With its long, sharp beak, a marabou stork expertly stabs and snatches its prey, which includes young crocodiles, flamingos, small mammals, and insects. Meet the green mamba, or Dendroaspis angusticeps. With its deadly venom, this shy and elusive snake ranks among the most dangerous in the world. Its vibrant green color provides perfect camouflage as it slithers through the treetops, hunting lizards and small birds. Green mambas are actually blue when they hatch. They gradually turn green as they grow older. The rhinoceros viper, or Betis nasicornis. Its stunning color pattern allows it to blend seamlessly with the carpet of dead and green leaves on the forest floor. As a type of puff adder, the rhinoceros viper inflates its body and hisses loudly to warn off intruders. This viper can deliver about 15 drops of venom in a single bite. Just 4 drops are enough to be fatal to a human. Meet the polar bear, or Ursus maritimus. With webbed paws, a streamlined body, and powerful muscles, these bears are superb swimmers. A polar bear often waits by a seal hole in the ice, and when a seal surfaces to breathe, the bear strikes with a single, powerful swat. A polar bear's black skin absorbs the sun's rays, while the hollow hairs in its white coat trap heat, keeping the bear warm in its icy habitat. Meet the bison, or bison. These majestic animals groom themselves by wallowing in mud and dust, then rubbing against boulders and tree trunks to remove parasites. Males often engage in dramatic ramming contests to compete for females. For the Plains Indians of North America, the bison was like a department store. Every part of the bison was used for food, shelter, medicine, clothing, toys, and even cosmetics. Meet the jaguar, or Panthera onca. These magnificent cats are excellent swimmers and have a strong affinity for water. Some jaguars are born with very dark brown fur that conceals their spots, making them appear completely black. Their distinctive roar has been likened to the sound of a person sawing wood. Pound for pound, jaguars are the most powerful of all cats. They're so strong they can drag a horse across a river. Meet the two-toed sloth, or Coloepus didactylus. This unique creature spends nearly its entire life hanging from trees, moving slowly from branch to branch in search of leaves, twigs, and buds. Occasionally, algae grows on its fur, giving its grayish-brown coat a greenish tint. The two-toed sloth is so perfectly adapted for life in the treetops that it struggles to stand or walk on the ground. Meet the golden lion tamarin, or Leontopithecus roselia. These small primates are critically endangered, but efforts are being made to help them. Tamarins born in zoos undergo jungle training, where they learn to hunt for food within their enclosures. They are then introduced to Brazilian forests to acclimate to their natural habitat before being released. Golden lion tamarins use a range of vocalizations, including trills, clucks, and whines to communicate with each other. Meet the timber wolf, or Canis lupus. The way a wolf stands and holds its tail indicates its role in the pack, whether as a leader or a follower. In a wolf pack, every member takes turns hunting, but only one pair will raise pups. Wolves communicate their territory with a dramatic howl that can be heard up to 6 miles or 10 kilometers away. All domesticated dogs are believed to be descended from wolves. The giant anteater, or Myrmecophaga tridactyla. This unique creature walks on the outside edge of its paws with its long claws curled inward. These powerful claws are used to tear open termite and ant mounds, allowing the anteater to lap up insects with its sticky tongue. A baby anteater clings to its mother's back for up to a year, nestled in her long, shaggy coat. A giant anteater can consume up to 30,000 ants and termites in just one day. Meet the Chacoan peccary, or Catagonus wagneri. These fascinating creatures live in groups within the Chaco regions of Paraguay and Argentina, with each group consisting of about 10 to 20 peccaries. Instead of having a designated feeding site, they follow the peccary at the front of the line. Chacoan peccaries were a mystery to scientists until they were officially discovered in 1975. The harpy eagle, or Harpia harpia. With an impressive 8-foot wingspan, this eagle is one of the largest and most powerful birds of prey. Its 9-inch wide foot is armed with razor-sharp talons, perfect for capturing sloths, pigs, fawns, and other smaller prey. Harpy eagles are incredibly agile. They can glide through the forest canopy at speeds of 40 to 50 miles per hour, effortlessly maneuvering without crashing into trees. Meet the toucan, or Ramphastos toco. With its long, colorful bill, this bird can comfortably sit on a branch and reach for berries and seeds from far-off twigs. It grabs the food with the tip of its bill, tilts its head back, and swallows. Flocks of toucans work together to drive away birds of prey and other threats. Despite its size, a toucan's bill is surprisingly light. It's hollow inside, reinforced with crisscrossing support fibers. Meet the screamer, or chauna, and you can probably guess how it got its name. This bird's shrill, trumpet-like call can be heard from great distances. Found in South American marshes, screamers use their hooked bills to grasp and tear leaves and stems for food. Even though they feed in marshes, screamers rarely swim. Their long-toed feet are perfectly adapted for walking on floating mats of plants. Meet the anaconda, or Eunectes murinus. Often called a water boa, this enormous reptile is typically found in water. Anacondas are strong swimmers. They can move swiftly through the water or simply float and let the current carry them downstream. An adult anaconda can grow up to an impressive 30 feet long, while a newborn is already around 2 to 3 feet in length. The red diamond rattlesnake, or Crotalus ruber. Equipped with special heat-sensing pits on its snout, this snake can detect warm-blooded prey like rabbits. It strikes with precision, injecting venom, and then tracks the scent of its injured meal to find it. The rattlesnake's rattle is made of loosely interlocking scales. Each time it sheds its skin, sometimes more than once a year, a new section is added to the rattle. Meet the American alligator, or Alligator mississippiensis. A female alligator is an attentive mother, carefully guarding her nest of eggs and even using her teeth to help her babies break out of their shells. To keep them safe from predators, she may carry the newborns inside her mouth. While the muscles that close an alligator's mouth are incredibly strong, the muscles that open it are quite weak. Meet the poison arrow frog, or Dendrobates. Its vivid colors serve as a warning to predators that this frog is toxic. Special glands secrete a poisonous fluid that coats its skin. In Central and South America, native peoples use this frog's poison on arrowheads to aid in hunting. Male poison arrow frogs are dedicated fathers. They carry their tadpoles on their backs, ensuring they stay safe and are transported to water. Gila monster, Heloderma suspectum. Gila monsters are venomous, but they don't have any fangs. Their bite breaks the victim's skin, then the lizard continues to chew, drawing venom into the wound. Their bite is very painful, but it rarely kills humans. A Gila monster's thick tail is filled with fat, an energy store for times when food is scarce. Cotton-top tamarin, Sigenus oedipus. Tamarins live in groups of 4 to 15 monkeys. Everyone in the group helps to care for newborns, taking turns carrying the infants and sharing bits of food with the babies and whomever is holding them. Cotton-top tamarins defend their territory by flicking their tongues to ward off invaders. If that doesn't work, they chatter and chase the intruder away. Red howler monkey, Alouatta seniculus. This monkey's long, strong tail acts like a fifth hand. The howler grasps branches with its tail as it crawls and leaps through the trees. The skin on its tail provides an even better grip. A male howler's call sounds like a lion's roar and can be heard through the jungle for more than 1 mile. Kinkajou, Podos flavus. This fascinating mammal uses its long, slender, and flexible tongue to probe flowers for nectar and extract honey from beehives. It also enjoys eating fruit and some insects. As it navigates through the trees, a kinkajou rubs its chest and belly on branches, marking its territory with a scent from special glands. Kinkajous are nocturnal, meaning they forage for food at night and rest during the day. Red-tailed hawk, Buteo jamacensis. This skilled hunter either soars high in the sky or perches on a tall post or tree stump, scanning the landscape for prey. Once it spots a small mammal, snake, or lizard, it dives swiftly and captures the creature with its powerful talons. Red-tailed hawks are adaptable, inhabiting nearly every type of habitat, from woodlands to deserts. A red-tailed hawk's eyesight is approximately 8 times better than a human's. Orangutan, Pongopygmaeus. These incredible apes spend much of their time foraging for food. With their powerful arms, they swing gracefully from tree to tree in search of delicious fruit. Male orangutans can weigh up to 200 pounds, while females are smaller, around 90 pounds. In the wild, orangutans can live up to 40 years. Orangutan means person of the forest in Indonesian. Ring-tailed lemur, Lemurcata. The name lemur means ghost, and while they might resemble raccoons, these primates are actually related to monkeys. Male lemurs have a unique way of establishing their rank in the group. They rub a scent from glands on their arms onto their tails and then shake them vigorously. These stink wars help determine each male's place within the group. Lemurs are found exclusively on the island of Madagascar off the eastern coast of Africa. Sumatran rhinoceros, Dicerorhinus sumatrensis. This rhino's distinctive woolly appearance comes from its coarse red hair. These bristly hairs help protect its skin from insect bites and sunburn. Often, the Sumatran rhino will break down young trees to feed on their leaves and shoots. Fewer than 1,000 Sumatran rhinos remain in the tropical rainforests of Burma, Malaysia, Sumatra, and Borneo. Tahitian blue lory, Vinny peruviana. This stunning bird features a unique brush-like tongue covered in bristles, perfect for collecting nectar and pollen from flowers. It also feeds on insects. Known as the coconut bird, the Tahitian blue lory nests in the hollows of coconut palms, and even in rotting coconuts still attached to the tree. Babirusa, Babirusa babyrussa. The male Babirusa's distinctive tusks grow right through the top of his muzzle. While these tusks are sometimes used in fights, they are quite brittle and can break easily. To keep them sharp, Babirusas rub their lower tusks against tree trunks. Babirusa means pig deer, a fitting name for this unique animal whose tusks resemble deer antlers. Binturong. This rainforest mammal features a long, prehensile tail that acts like an extra hand, helping it grasp branches as it moves through the trees. Binturongs feed on fruit, leaves, and shoots while navigating from limb to limb. Though they spend most of their time in the trees, they are also skilled swimmers and can dive to catch fish. The smell of a binturong's coarse, oily fur has been described by some as reminiscent of popcorn. Javan rhinoceros hornbill, Xeros rhinoceros. Female hornbill builds her nest inside a tree hole and seals the entrance, leaving only a small slit for her mate to deliver food. She remains in the nest cavity until her chicks are ready to leave. The distinctive horn-like casque on their beak is used in battles and to knock down fruit. Cassowary, Casuarius. Though many have seen their footprints, few have actually glimpsed these elusive, flightless birds in the jungles of Papua New Guinea. Their hard crest, or casque, is believed to help them turn over leaf litter in search of fallen fruit. Cassowaries use their large, spike-like wing quills for both fighting and self-defense. Kiwi, Apteryx. These flightless birds have wings so small they're hidden deep within their feathers. When threatened, kiwis rely on their speed, darting into dense brush for safety. Nocturnal by nature, they sleep during the day and forage for food at night. Unlike most birds, kiwis use their sense of smell rather than sight to explore their surroundings and locate food. New Guinea tree monitor, Varanus saliadori. Once this formidable predator has a grip on its prey, it's a battle of strength. The more the victim struggles, the tighter the monitor holds on. When threatened, it uses its thick, powerful tail to lash out at adversaries. These lizards use their tongues to smell. As they hunt, tree monitors constantly flick their tongues to detect prey. Fiji Island banded iguana, Brachylophus fasciatus. With its vibrant green coloration, this sleek reptile blends seamlessly into the lush jungles of Fiji and Tonga in the South Pacific. However, deforestation threatens their habitat, putting their future at risk. Breeding programs in zoos may be crucial for their survival. Male iguanas use a display of body flattening and head bobbing to assert dominance and ward off rival males. Galapagos tortoise, Geocolone elephantopus. Hatching the size of a $50, a Galapagos tortoise can grow to over 500 pounds. Though they can swim and float effortlessly, they do so infrequently. When they fight, they bump their shells together, creating a loud, hammering noise. These impressive reptiles have a long lifespan, likely living between 80 and 100 years. Tuatara, Sphenodon punctatus. Once believed to be extinct for 180 million years, these living fossils were rediscovered on islands off New Zealand. They possess a third eye on the top of their head that senses light but doesn't form images. The name Tuatara is a Maori word meaning peaks on the back, referring to the crest found on the male's back and tail. Madagascar red frog, Discophus antongili, known as the tomato frog due to its vibrant red skin, this amphibian blends seamlessly with the red and orange soils of Madagascar. It makes its home among the leaf litter on the island. When this frog swallows its prey, it closes its eyes. This simple action helps push the food down its throat. Chamaleo parsini. This remarkable reptile changes color thanks to special skin cells that control pigments. As these cells expand and contract, they alter the chameleon's hue. Each species sports colors and patterns that blend with its habitat, and changes in temperature, mood, or surroundings can trigger these color shifts. When fully extended, a chameleon's tongue can be longer than its body. Koala. Remarkably, a koala might live its entire life without drinking water directly. It gets all the moisture it needs from the eucalyptus leaves it munches on. Occasionally, koalas climb down from their trees to eat dirt, likely to obtain essential calcium and minerals. Despite their bear-like appearance, koalas aren't related to bears. They are marsupials, similar to kangaroos, carrying their young in pouches. Wallaroo, Macropus robustus. A wallaroo is a type of kangaroo that uses its thick, strong tail for balance and support as it moves. It shifts its weight onto its tail and front paws, then swings its powerful hind legs forward. While it grazes slowly, it can make impressive leaps to cover great distances when startled. Wallaroos are incredibly resilient and can go 2 to 3 months without drinking water. Spotted cuscus, Phalanger maculatus. The cuscus's first hind toe is opposable, allowing it to fold across its foot, and its prehensile tail provides an excellent grip on branches. As marsupials, cuscuses carry their babies in a pouch like kangaroos and koalas. Only male cuscuses have the distinctive spotted fur. Echeckyglossus aculeatus. Echidnas are one of only 2 egg-laying mammals in the world, the other being the platypus. A female echidna carries a single egg in a special pouch that forms on her belly, and once the baby hatches, she nurses it just like all mammals do. When threatened, an echidna uses its long claws to burrow quickly into the ground, leaving only its sharp spines exposed. Leadbeater's cockatoo, Cakatua leadbeateri. These birds have a unique feature. 2 outer toes point backward while the 2 inner toes point forward. This arrangement gives them a strong grasp, allowing them to use their feet like hands to hold and bring objects close to their mouths. A cockatoo's beak acts like a third foot, helping it grab branches as it clambers through the treetops. Flying fox. Despite the name, this creature isn't a fox. It's actually a type of bat. During the day, it rests in the treetops with its colony, and as night falls, it flies to fruit trees to feed. The bat then spits out the pulp and seeds. For the first few weeks of its life, a baby bat clings to its mother's belly fur while she flies. Tasmanian devil, Sarcophilus heresi. These fierce creatures may look like small bears, but they're actually marsupials, pouched mammals like kangaroos. They lead solitary lives except during mating season. When 2 Tasmanian devils encounter each other, they engage in a dramatic display of spitting, snarling, screaming, and snorting until one backs down. The Tasmanian devil has a diverse diet and isn't afraid to tackle even venomous snakes. Bearded dragon, Pogona viticeps. This reptile gets its name from the distinctive jaw pouch that swells up when it's excited, resembling a thick beard. The male's pouch is much larger than the female's. To attract a mate, a male bearded dragon inflates his pouch, stamps his feet, and bobs his head. When faced with danger, bearded dragons can stand on their hind legs and run upright to escape. The blue-tongued skink, scientifically known as Tiliqua syncoides. This vibrant lizard uses its striking colors as a warning to potential predators. When threatened, it flicks out its bright blue tongue and hisses loudly. Although it's harmless and non-venomous, this dazzling display is often enough to scare off its foes. A female blue-tongued skink can give birth to anywhere from 6 to 20 babies at once. Death adder, known scientifically as Acanthopus antarcticus. This venomous snake belongs to a group classified by the position of their fangs, front-fanged snakes. With their fangs positioned at the front of their mouths, death adders can deliver venom swiftly and effectively. Like all snakes, death adders lack ears. Instead, they hear by detecting ground vibrations through their jawbones. Meet the polar bear, scientifically known as Ursus maritimus. Polar bear cubs are born in a snug snow den that their mothers dig. For about 3 months, these tiny cubs stay in the cozy den, growing stronger and more adventurous. When they venture outside, they stay close to their mothers and often climb onto their backs when they feel scared. At birth, polar bear cubs weigh just around 1 pound, small enough to fit in your hands. Introducing the lowland gorilla, scientifically known as gorilla. Baby gorillas often play together, but they stay close to the silverback, a dominant male and the leader of their troop. This proximity provides the young gorillas with protection while they're away from their mothers. As they grow up, male gorillas eventually leave their birth group to establish their own troops. Meet the cheetah, scientifically known as Acinonyx jubatus. Cheetah cubs are born with a distinctive mantle of blue-gray hair that covers their heads and backs. This unique fur helps camouflage them as they wait in their den for their mother to return from hunting. They shed this special fur when they are about 3 to 6 months old. Cheetah cubs stay with their mother for around 16 months, learning crucial hunting skills during this time. Meet the white rhinoceros, scientifically known as Ceratotherium cymum. Despite the name, these rhinos aren't actually white. Their skin is more of a grayish brown. The term white may come from the Dutch word wijde, which means wide, referring to the rhino's broad upper lip. This wide lip is perfect for grazing on large amounts of grass. A group of white rhinos is called a crash. Meet the slow loris, scientifically known as Nyctibus kukang. This fascinating primate uses its large eyes to hunt effectively at night. When it spots its prey, be it an insect, lizard, bird, or small mammal, it stands upright, then swiftly throws its body forward to snatch its meal. Slow lorises also enjoy snails and fruit. A mother slow loris often carries her baby with her, but occasionally she will leave it clinging to a branch while she forages for food. Meet the Malayan tapir, Tapirus indicus. While tapirs may look like pigs, they're actually more closely related to horses and rhinos. Baby tapirs are born with light stripes and spots on their dark coat, making them look a bit like a walking watermelon. This adorable pattern helps them blend into the leafy shadows of their forest home. A tapir's nose and upper lip form a small trunk, which they use to stretch out and pluck leaves to munch on. Meet the aardvark, scientifically known as Orycteropus afer. The name aardvark means earth pig in Afrikaans, and these remarkable animals are expert diggers. They create 3 types of burrows, one for foraging, scattered shelters for quick escapes from predators, and permanent dens where they raise their young. Aardvarks can close their nostrils to keep pesky insects out while they feast on ants and termites. Introducing the California condor, scientifically known as Gymnogyps californianus. These incredible birds are dedicated parents, with both mom and dad taking turns sitting on the egg and feeding their chick once it hatches. The babies receive partly digested food regurgitated by their parents. In zoos, condor chicks are fed with a condor puppet to prevent them from imprinting on humans. California condors are the largest land birds in North America, boasting a 9-foot wingspan and weighing up to 20 pounds. Meet the spider monkey, scientifically known as Atlas. This incredible primate's tail acts like an extra hand. It can even pick up objects. When it finds fruit, nuts, flowers, insects, or bird eggs, the monkey often hangs by just one hand or foot to grab its tasty treat. The underside of a spider monkey's tail has no hair, and it's covered in ridges, similar to your fingerprints, giving the tail better gripping power. Meet the green tree python, Chondropython viridis. Coiled tightly on a branch, this well-camouflaged snake patiently waits for unsuspecting prey to wander within reach. Like all pythons, it uses its powerful muscles to squeeze its prey until they can no longer breathe. Snakes can swallow prey much larger than their heads by unhinging their jaws, allowing them to open their mouths extremely wide. The Zoological Society of San Diego. In 1916, while driving to work, Dr. Harry Wegeforth heard the roar of a lion left behind in its cage after a fair. Moved by this, he formed the Zoological Society to raise funds and provide a permanent home for abandoned animals. This was the beginning of what we now know as the world-renowned San Diego Zoo. The San Diego Zoo is home to one of the rarest and most diverse collections of animals and plants on the planet. The San Diego Wild Animal Park. Operated by the Zoological Society of San Diego, the San Diego Wild Animal Park is an expansive 1,800-acre wildlife sanctuary. Here, over 3,000 animals from Africa and Asia roam freely across hills and grasslands, offering visitors a unique glimpse into the wild. The San Diego Wild Animal Park is globally recognized for its spacious natural enclosures and its incredible work with endangered species. The Center for Reproduction of Endangered Species, or CRES, is a vital branch of the Zoological Society of San Diego. Working alongside wildlife centers and zoos worldwide, CRES focuses on breeding rare animals in protected environments, ensuring a future for some of the planet's most vulnerable species. CRES has helped boost populations of endangered species like cheetahs, condors, and gorillas. Zoo veterinarians. How do you care for a patient that can't tell you what's wrong? That's the challenge zoo veterinarians face every day. By analyzing urine and blood samples and observing animal behavior, they work to diagnose and treat illnesses or in their care. Carefully maintained food and behavior records help zookeepers and veterinarians ensure the health and well-being of the animals. The Horticulture Fact Card. More than 10,000 types of plants flourish across the mesas, canyons, and rolling hills of the San Diego Zoo and the San Diego Wild Animal Park. Many of these plants are endangered species that the Zoological Society of San Diego is working hard to preserve. Plants grown at the Zoological Society of San Diego's Special Browse Farm are used to feed many of the zoo's animals.